What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We have a side-by-side comparison of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One controllers. Now, first and foremost, I gotta say both controllers have improved greatly from the previous model. They stayed true to their initial design, very similar designs, but they improved a lot on the little ergonomics and a lot of their response times. And I really like both controllers. So I know I'm really biased towards the PlayStation most of the time, but I gotta say when it comes to the controllers, both did a good job. Now, one thing that I like about the Xbox controller is the buttons just look so awesome. Like the X, Y, A, B, they look just so pretty and it looks awesome. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Let's just look at it. They just look beautiful. So the buttons look really good, and I will say it feels like they have a better response time overall for both controllers, just pressing on the buttons, and it feels like you press it and it goes a little bit better. So one thing I don't like, unfortunately, about the Xbox One controller is it feels really good when you hold it like this and you have your fingers on the triggers, right? It feels awesome. It feels everything around it, like it feels good, both the analog sticks and everything. But to go from the triggers to up here, it's a little strange. Like I feel a tension on, and you can see it right there. You'd feel like there's a little tension going, just like trying to go up here, and it's just a little bit, but it's just a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not that big of a deal. I really like the improved analog sticks with the, they have a little coating on the outside, a little texture out on the outside of the Xbox One controller. Let's try to get in there really good so you can see it good. So you can see there's a nice texture right there. That's one big improvement. I really like that. I really like how it feels, and I know I'm doing a lot of focusing, trying to get the little details. And like I said, there's a lot of little things that I like about both controllers. One thing that I wish the Xbox had, and I guess you can still plug it in, like you can make it a wired controller. There's a port right there to like charge it and stuff. But one thing I like about the Xbox 360 controller is if you had a wired connection like this one, there was a little less lag. I felt that there was just a tad little bit less lag when you had a wired connection, and I'm not sure if it's the same with this default USB port. So anyways, you do have a battery slot for the Xbox One controller as well. I'm not too big of a fan of that. I like just plugging it in and charging it like that. It adds a little bit of weight to it, but I think they cut down on a lot of the weight on the Xbox One controller, so it's a lot less lighter. But if they could have removed the battery, batteries are expensive, and I'm not a huge fan of putting batteries and changing batteries on controllers, but it's not a huge deal. And then the PlayStation controller, they have the speaker on it, they have the share button, they have the touchpad, which acts not only as one button, clicking it, but it adds, on Killzone you see you can swipe to the right, left, up, and down, and those are 4 different functions, which I definitely like that they have that touchpad. Here, like a size comparison, I think, and also the light, the light also works as a move, like for the PlayStation Move. It acts as a sensor for the camera if you buy the camera, and it also will light up different colors depending on how much health you have on certain games. So like in Killzone, it's green if you have full health, but if you're going down and you're getting lower in health, it'll turn to red, which I think is a cool function. Also, something cool about the PlayStation controller is I was playing this game called Flower, and I know I sound like a man, extremely athletic, manly gamer right there, but this game called Flower, and you can control you control these little petals and you try to collect more flowers, and it's really peaceful and really cool. But you can control how the petals move in air by going like this, and it's kind of like a steering wheel, and it will actually go up, down, left, or right, and that's really cool on the PlayStation 4 controller. Like I said, the size, a lot of people complain about how small the PS3 controller was, and you can definitely see it. Well, you can't see it, now you can see it. You can definitely see the PlayStation 3 controller, the PlayStation 4 controller, and the Xbox controller. It's definitely, the Xbox controller is more, it has a bigger like length, like this way, and the width seems to be pretty much the same for these two controllers, which they both definitely feel a lot better in your hands than the previous versions. And I think they both did a huge improvement. I like the analog sticks on both controllers. They have a little kind of like motes in there if you want to get close up. Now let's focus it a little bit better. You can see there's like there's a little mote like thing on both analog sticks, and they both feel good. They feel like when you press it, the buttons just work a little bit faster. Like I can compare these two really quick. The old Xbox and the new one, it just feels like it clicks a little bit faster. And when you're talking about milliseconds while I'm gaming, that's a huge deal. And I apologize for my unorthodox camera work, but just a quick comparison between both controllers. I think they did a good job. And let me know in the comments down below, are you Team Xbox or part of the PlayStation Nation? What controller do you think is better? I'll see you later. Bye. Hit a button.